Can you give me a snapshot of your role in the medical travel sector?
I like to believe that what we do, what we have been doing, we're trying to define terminologies and then try to understand a little bit better what's happening all around the world. So providing a global overview of the state of affairs, as well as understanding what are the best qualities or interesting developments country by country and industry to industry.
And I know you've been working on a taxonomy for medical tourism. Why is that important to create this new taxonomy?
I think every field of industry needs to have a proper understanding of what is what and who is who. And taxonomies and terminologies are essential, especially in industry which has international dimensions, since countries as well as people or cultures may have a very different understanding of exactly the same term. Therefore, understanding locally as well as globally and providing suggestions of how the terminology should be defined, I think could be really, really beneficial for the industry.
In what ways would it help the industry? Is it in terms of attracting investment, of comparisons, of evaluations?
Yeah, but certainly operations and management, communication, as well as development and investments. Since one terminology which is understood in a certain way in one country and understood in a very different way in another country can confuse investors, but also patients, as well as management.
What are some of the problems at the moment? How are terms differing across different countries?
I would like to highlight two things. One, the assumed difference between medical tourism and medical travel. Since the latter one, people say that, oh, well, it doesn't include any tourism services whatsoever, therefore it should be considered as a separate thing. Although by definition, if you go away from home and using services, you're a tourist. So the tourism industry doesn't understand the difference between travel or tourism, since they understood that it's a similar thing. So creating extra definitions doesn't help. It just creates confusion. And also, for example, the medical baths or spas, they have a very strong role in certain countries, whereas in other countries they're not even understood at all. So providing a background and introduction of what is what and what does what, or what could do what, could be really beneficial to investment as well as management and international travel.
And how will it be possible to get the consensus on new terminology?
Consensus would be lovely. We just hope that providing definitions and suggested taxonomies will make governments as well as industry associations or industry bodies and individual operators to think a little bit more about what they do and what kind of terminologies they actually use. And we hope that based on these discussions, there will be some sort of agreement, maybe not tomorrow, but soon there will be an agreement of certain key terminologies.
Okay, and finally, why do you think people should come to London for the IMTJ Summit?
There are lots of events all around the world in this field, but I think the summit in London, really, if you look at the program and the whole concept of it, really will provide interesting debates and discussions. So that I think the industry really much needs at the moment, to discuss honestly numbers as well as approaches and benefits and challenges. Otherwise, we might create false expectations, even at national level or governmental level, assuming that medical tourism can do certain things, although it actually cannot.